Imagine a world where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, where the line between fact and fiction blurs, and where mysteries linger like the most gripping movie plot twists. These are the stories that make us wonder, question, and imagine. From things that vanished without a trace to signals from the depths of space. Each tale is a doorway to curiosity, an invitation to unravel the threads of mystery that weave through our world. Get ready to explore the top 10 unexplained mysteries that continue to intrigue and baffle us. Number 10. The Wow Signal. The Wow Signal is a strange event that happened in 1977. A big radio telescope heard a really strong and unusual signal from space. The scientist who saw it, Dr. Jerry R. Emin, was so amazed that he circled the signal on the paper and wrote, "Wow," next to it, and that's why it's called the Wow Signal. This signal only lasted for 72 seconds and was super intense. What's weird is that this signal came from a place where there was no known source. It was like getting a message from nowhere. Some people thought it might be aliens trying to talk to us, but nobody knows for sure. Scientists tried to figure out where the signal came from, but they haven't found a clear answer. Some say it might be from something natural in space, like a comet or a star. Others think it could be from an intelligent species somewhere out there. Even after all these years, we still don't know where the Wow signal came from. It's a big mystery that reminds us how much we have to learn about space. It's like getting a secret message from the stars, and we're still trying to figure out what it means and where it came from. Number 9. The Voynich Manuscript. The Voynich Manuscript is an ancient book that's full of mystery, like a puzzle waiting to be solved. It's from way back in the 15th century. The words in it are written in a language that nobody knows. And if that wasn't puzzling enough, the pictures in the book show plants, stars, and people that don't look like anything we've seen before. This book got its name from a guy named Wilfrid Voynich, who discovered it in 1912. He got it from a library in Italy. Since then, lots of really smart people have tried to figure out what the book is all about. They've spent years trying to understand the words and pictures, but it's like a secret code that nobody can crack. Some people think the book might be about medicine or plants, like a guide for ancient times. Others think it might be a clever trick, like a story someone created. But the truth is, nobody knows for sure. It's like a real-life mystery that keeps everyone guessing. Even with all the amazing computers and gadgets we have today, the Voynich Manuscript still keeps its secrets locked away. That's why it's one of the most mind-boggling things in the whole world. A mystery that's been around for centuries and still hasn't been solved. Number 8. The Dyatlov Pass Incident. In 1959, something really strange and scary happened in the Ural Mountains of Russia. A group of 9 experienced hikers embarked on a trek through the snowy wilderness. But something went terribly wrong, and all of them lost their lives under mysterious circumstances. When their bodies were found, things just didn't add up. Some of them had injuries that seemed impossible, like broken bones without any external marks. Their tent was torn open from the inside, as if they were in a rush to escape from something. The hikers' clothing contained traces of radiation, adding another layer of confusion. To this day, nobody knows for sure what happened that fateful night. Theories abound, ranging from avalanches and animal attacks to more outlandish suggestions involving military experiments or supernatural forces. Despite extensive investigations, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains an unsolved enigma, leaving us to ponder the chilling events that unfolded in the remote Russian mountains. Number 7. The Nazca Lines. The Nazca Lines are gigantic and ancient drawings etched into the desert floor of Peru. They were created a long time ago, between 500 BCE and 500 CE. These drawings are so huge that you can only see their shapes properly from high up in the sky. The mystery here is, why were these enormous drawings made? Some of them are animals like monkeys, spiders, and birds, while others are geometric shapes. Nobody knows for sure why the Nazca people went through all the trouble to create these intricate designs that can only be seen from above. Some think the lines might have been used for religious rituals, while others believe they could have been a way for the Nazca people to communicate with beings from the sky. It's like a big puzzle that we're still trying to solve today. Despite the many ideas, the true purpose of the Nazca Lines remains a captivating enigma that continues to baffle researchers and adventurers alike. Number 6. The Antikythera Mechanism. The Antikythera Mechanism is an amazing discovery from a sunken ship that's like a super ancient computer. It's from 2nd century BCE. This special device had gears and dials and could track things like the movement of the stars and planets. It's basically a really old calculator. Here's the mind-blowing part. People back then didn't have computers, but they built this intricate gadget. It could predict eclipses, show the positions of the planets, and even predict when the Olympics would happen. It's like they had a piece of the future in their hands. For a long time, experts had no idea what it was. They thought it might be a fancy clock or a navigation tool. But it took a lot of studying and testing to figure out its real purpose. The Antikythera Mechanism is proof that even in ancient times, people were capable of creating incredible things that still leave us amazed today. Number 5. The Lead Masks Case. The Lead Masks Case is a puzzling event that took place in Brazil in 1966. Two men were found dead on a hill wearing strange lead masks over their eyes, like something you'd see in a mysterious movie. What's really strange is that they were also holding handwritten notes with cryptic messages. Now, here's where it gets really mysterious. Nobody knows why they were wearing those lead masks or what the notes were supposed to mean. Some people thought maybe they were trying to do some kind of strange experiment, like contacting aliens or something. Others wondered if it was a tragic accident or even foul play. But the thing is, even after all these years, nobody has been able to figure out the real story behind the lead masks case. It's like a puzzle that nobody can solve, leaving us with more questions than answers. The mystery of those lead masks and the cryptic notes continues to intrigue and baffle us, reminding us that sometimes real life can be just as strange and mysterious as any fictional tale. Number 4. The Taos Hum. The Taos Hum is a strange and persistent sound that some people in Taos, New Mexico, say they can hear. It's like a low humming noise that's always there, but only some folks can hear it. It's been going on for years, like a never-ending background noise. Scientists and experts have tried to figure out where this hum is coming from, but they haven't been able to pin it down. Some people thought it might be things like factories or power lines, but investigations didn't lead to a definite answer. People who hear the Taos Hum describe it as annoying and frustrating, like a sound that won't go away. Imagine having a noise that only you can hear, driving you crazy but not knowing where it's coming from. The Taos Hum remains a mystery that's been puzzling the town and researchers for a long time. Number 3. The Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer is a real-life mystery from the late 1960s and early 1970s. He committed a series of gruesome murders and sent creepy letters to newspapers. What's really unsettling is that the Zodiac Killer enjoyed playing mind games with the police and the public. He'd send cryptic messages and codes in his letters, and he even claimed to have killed more people than were officially known. Despite a lot of effort from the police and investigators, the Zodiac Killer managed to avoid getting caught. He'd send letters to newspapers, sometimes with items from his victims, to prove he was the killer. And in those letters, he'd include strange codes for people to figure out. Even though many leads and suspects were considered, the Zodiac Killer was never apprehended. He disappeared without a trace, leaving behind a trail of fear and confusion. To this day, nobody knows for certain who he really was or why he did such terrible things. The Zodiac Killer is a real crime mystery that has captured people's interest for years. Number 2. The Roanoke Colony. The Roanoke Colony is a fascinating historical mystery from the late 16th century. A group of English settlers established a colony on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina, USA. After a while, when supplies ran low, the leader of the colony went back to England to get more help and resources. But when he returned, the entire colony had vanished without a trace. Buildings were abandoned, and there was no sign of the settlers. The word Croatoan was found carved on a tree, and it's believed to be a clue about where the settlers might have gone. Some say they might have joined a nearby Native American tribe, but the truth remains uncertain. The Roanoke Colony disappearance is one of America's oldest and most enduring mysteries. Despite many theories and investigations, the fate of the settlers remains unknown, leaving us with a historical puzzle that continues to intrigue and captivate. Number 1. The Green Children of Woolpit. The Green Children of Woolpit is a fascinating and ancient tale from a village in England. In the 12th century, perhaps during the reign of King Stephen, two children with green skins suddenly appeared in Woolpit. The children, found to be brother and sister. They spoke a language that nobody could understand and seemed really confused and scared. They would only eat raw broad beans, but over time, they got used to different food and their green skin slowly disappeared. Sadly, the boy became sick and passed away after his sister was baptized. The girl, however, adjusted to her new life, although some thought she was a bit too bold and disrespectful. As she became more fluent in English, the girl shared a fascinating tale. She explained that she and her brother came from a faraway place where the sun never truly shone, and the light was always like twilight. In one version of her story, she mentioned that everything in that place was covered in green. In another version, she called it St. Martin's Land, which nobody had ever heard of. But the strange thing is, nobody ever figured out where they really came from or why they had green skin. Some people think the kids might have been from another world or dimension, while others believe it could have been a medical condition. But the truth is, the origin of the green children of Woolpit remains a mystery that has puzzled historians and scientists for centuries. So, there you go. A quick trip through some really puzzling mysteries from history that make us curious. These lesser-known stories remind us that the world is full of hidden things we want to know. Which of these mysteries do you find the most interesting? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting discoveries. Until next time, keep wondering and keep searching.